You've broken my butterfly dream. Leaving me to envy mandarin ducks side by side. Once you stuffed the last piece of water chestnut cake into her mouth when a colleague came for her. De-anking. We have an important guest. Yu De-anking wiped the crumbs from her lips and asked casually, who? We've cleared the entire hall for him. Mr. Xiao. Yu De-anking stood up at once and found a mirror to tidy herself. The woman in the mirror had short hair, light makeup, a delicate nose, fine brows, and deep, quiet eyes. Mr. Xiao, she sighed softly. No one knew his true background. It was only said he had donated priceless cultural relics and calligraphy to the National Museum. He had long been a legendary figure in antiques and collection circles. Few had ever seen him in person. At auctions, museum openings, ribbon-minus cuttings, his secretary always attended in his place. Even magazine interviews were done by email, with no photos or videos ever leaked. For such a man to suddenly visit a private collection gallery was deeply mysterious. The gallery had been completely cleared. For his arrival, most staff were given the day off. Mr. Xiao's security had inspected the premises in advance. For all his extravagance, the curator still considered it an honor. He had assigned Yu De-anking as his personal guide, reminding her daily to leave a good impression. She brushed her bangs, fastened the top button of her blouse, and walked out of the office. As she reached the hall and stood still, the main door swung open. 5 people entered. The curator, a secretary, bodyguards, and Mr. Xiao. No introduction was needed. Yu De-anking knew at a glance which one was him. Those in the antique trade had sharp eyes. Precious things carried a certain aura, impossible to put into words. So did people. Mr. Xiao was younger than she had imagined. Deep dark eyes, broad shoulders, narrow waist, tall stature. A deep brown leather jacket sat on him with effortless elegance. Their eyes met. She blinked, feeling he was strangely familiar. Before she could think further, a colleague elbowed her waist. Yu De-anking quickly stepped forward. Mr. Xiao, I will be your guide for today's collection tour. She pointed to her name tag and extended her right hand. I'm Yu De-anking. Miss you, Mr. Xiao nodded slightly, not offering his hand. Yu De-anking awkwardly withdrew her hand and led the way. Her steps were small, her heels clicked crisply on the marble floor. Her voice was even clearer, like a warbler's first song in the valley. Mr. Xiao narrowed his eyes, stepped past his bodyguards, and walked beside her. Yu De-anking smelled white sandalwood. When she turned, she saw his profile. Up close he was breathtakingly handsome, with a small ochre mole beneath his right eye. When he glanced at her, her breath caught. After introducing the layout, she asked, which hall would you like to see first, Mr. Xiao? I heard your gallery houses a gold-minus inlaid screen. The gold-minus inlay technique involved embedding golden threads into silk. It was frequently recorded in the history of the Song dynasty. Antiques with documented history were especially precious. Yu De-anking smiled and led him toward the exhibition hall. The lighting was carefully adjusted, falling perfectly onto the screen. Silk panels were adorned with golden threads forming fluttering butterflies. Branches and flowers twisted across the core, elegant and lively. Through the silk, Mr. Xiao saw for lines of characters faintly glowing behind it. He leaned forward. Yu De-anking's heart sank. She tried to block his view, but he read aloud first. Life and death, come and go, all are puppets on a stage. When the single thread breaks, all falls quiet, empty, and bare. He looked at her, half-minus smiling. Explain. I copied those lines recently. I placed them here but never found the right mood. The staff on patrol forgot to remove them, she explained, blushing. The curator was already shooting her a furious glare. Mr. Xiao straightened and turned to his secretary. I'll take the gold-minus inlaid screen. And that calligraphy. Include it too. Pardon? Yu De-anking froze. The screen was priced at market value. Her calligraphy was given free of charge. Before he left, she saw him off in the hall. He spoke in a voice only she could hear. Do you know my name? Zhu Dianqing shook her head. Mr. Xiao took her right hand and traced characters on her palm with his left index finger. His touch was gentle. Each stroke sinking into her skin. Xiao Yanchen. That was his name. To her colleague chattered every day. Zhu Dianqing, what luck have you had? Zhu Dianqing ignored her, carefully holding a small table screen. He murmured, small screen, pure and quiet. I truly cherish you. Her colleague teased little Dianqing, delicate and fair, Mr. Xiao loves you. Zhu Dianqing nearly dropped the screen. She put it away, registered it, and stored it in the warehouse. Back in the office, she said, I'm ignoring you. Yeah, I'm going for lunch. Sure. Go have afternoon tea with Mr. Xiao. Buy one, get one half price. Her colleague joked. Zhu Dianqing blushed, grabbed her wallet, and ran out. Rows of buildings split the city into narrow streets. People moved like deep-sea fish. She walked 2 blocks to a convenience store and bought fried noodles and chicken meatballs. She placed her food on a table and went to get milk tea. When she turned, someone in a baseball cap had sat down. The brim was low, hiding his face, but the familiar white sandal reached her nose. Her heart skipped. She whispered, Mr. Xiao. He lifted the brim slightly, revealing those deep eyes. Why did you guess me, and no one else? The scent. Zhu Dianqing said. Xiao Yanchen shrugged. You have a sharp nose. Thank you. She smiled. She sat down and bit into a meatball. Her hand suddenly felt empty. Startled, she saw Xiao Yanchen had taken the skewer and eaten the other 2. She guarded her noodles, Mr. Xiao. You're not going to steal my noodles too? Hey, they look too salty. The milk tea, though. He stroked his chin, pretending to think. Zhu Dianqing handed him the milk tea. I didn't expect you to visit places like this in private. The economy is bad. I'm downgrading my lifestyle, he sighed, eyes softening, looking genuinely pitiful. Zhu Dianqing hugged her wallet tightly, determined not to be fooled. Xiao Yanchen laughed. I came over to say hello. Those lines you wrote very interesting. She breathed quietly. They're not original. I heard them before and later found they come from Kagami, the no theater theory. Do you like puppets? He asked. More than people, she replied. Why? They are closer to the original form of humans. Oh, Yanchen finished the milk tea, crooked a finger, and a bodyguard handed him a gift box. He passed it to Zhu Dianqing. I was going to bring this to the gallery for you. What is it? A gift. He waved and left with his bodyguards. Zhu Dianqing finished her noodles quickly and returned to the gallery with the box. Her colleague was out. She opened it alone. Inside was an exquisite puppet. A tag was tied around its wrist. As she read it, everything clicked. She finally understood why his face was so familiar. She closed the box and hid it in her cabinet. At 3:30, the curator rushed in with paper bags. He flattered her. Mr. Xiao sent us afternoon tea. Her colleague gaped. No way, I actually predicted it? Zhu Dianqing forced a smile until her cheeks sagged. 3 before working at the gallery, Zhu Dianqing had been at a plastic surgery hospital. Their patients were soldiers disfigured by war. They helped rebuild their faces so they could return to normal life. One day, a special patient arrived, no name, only known as Mr. X. He was not a soldier. The dean said he had powerful connections. He warned Zhu Dianqing us nothing. Obey only. She nodded. Mr. X was here to change his face. He stayed at the clinic for pre-operation physical examinations. Zhu Dianqing was assigned to care for him. She had expected severe scars. When they first met, she was shocked. He had perfect features, excellent bone structure, truly handsome. Confused but obedient, she remained silent. Mr. X was quiet, spoke little. Apart from answering doctors during checkups, he either folded paper or read ancient books. He only folded butterflies. One rainy day she entered his ward. Butterflies covered the bed. Mr. X stood by the window, watching the courtyard. She gathered them into a box and sighed softly. You've broken my butterfly dream. Leaving me to envy mandarin ducks side by side. Mr. X looked up. Had such a moment. Another kind of longing grows. The one you love is 1,000 miles away. Judy Anking was astonished. They smiled at each other. A poem about rain, he said. Like gears misaligning, something soft inside her was touched. After that, she visited his ward more often. He did not mind. And they read books together, shared thoughts. Judy Anking loved antiques and brought small trinkets for him to appreciate. Mr. X seemed highly knowledgeable, always commenting enviously. During those days, the happiest thing for her was going to work just to see him. One day, after his checkup, he returned to find strings of paper butterflies hanging by the window. The wind blew, making them flutter like real wings. Judy Anking nervously asked, "Don't you like them?" Mr. X gently brushed the string of butterflies and whispered, "Life and death, come and go, all are puppets on a stage. When the single thread breaks, all falls quiet, empty, and bare." He snapped the thread. Butterflies fell all over the floor. Judy Anking's heart trembled. She felt she had done something wrong. Mr. X turned to her, took her hand, and said softly, "Is there any way for me to remember what I look like?" Photos? She stammered. "I cannot leave any photos." They were very close. She clearly saw helplessness and sorrow in his eyes. Though he looked whole, he felt broken. After thinking long, she said, "I know an artist who makes puppets. Maybe he can help." Mr. X smiled in relief. "Thank you." Soon after, Judy Anking was transferred away from Mr. X. She secretly recovered his pre-surgery photos and bone scans from the clinic's computer and sent them to the artist. Once finished, the puppet was mailed directly to Mr. X's address. During his post-operation recovery, she wanted to visit, but bodyguards blocked the ward. No one but doctors allowed. She never saw him again, not even when he was discharged. Later, the clinic closed due to funding issues. The puppet artist helped her get the job at the private gallery. Who could have imagined that the famous collector Mr. Xiao was Mr. X? Judy Anking suffered insomnia for days. Whenever she closed her eyes, she saw Mr. X stroking the paper butterflies, then tearing them down. A voice repeated in her dreams, "Life and death, come and go, all are puppets on a stage. When the single thread breaks, all falls quiet, empty, and bare." Guo Yanshen visited again. Once more, the gallery was cleared in advance. Xu Dianqing stepped forward. "Mr. Xiao." "Long time no see. Did you like the gift?" he asked. She looked at him, expression complicated. After a long pause, she said, "Why did you have to make me remember?" Xiao Yanghen's voice was almost inaudible, "Because I'm starting to forget. I'm starting to forget what I looked like." Xu Dianqing froze. Her heart tightened as if being crushed. He was smiling, yet drowning in despair. Her odd behavior did not go unnoticed. His secretary asked Miss Xu, "Is something wrong?" She shook her head and composed herself, forcing a professional smile. "I was just thinking, since you've seen many ornate screens, would you like to see a plain one?" "Very well." Led the way. They moved to the hall. Xu Dianqing was explaining a Tang-Dynasty plain screen when Xiao Yanshen suddenly leaned close. The ochre mole beneath his eye was right before her. She blushed fiercely, nearly forgetting to breathe. "You have an eyelash on your nose," he said, and gently flicked it off. Xu Dianqing did not know where to put her hands, staring only at his shoes. After a long while, he said, "Write some characters on this plain screen." "Whatever you like. He'll come back for it." "W, right, what?" She panicked. "Anything." He nodded at his secretary. "Pay for it." When she finished work and changed, her fingers touched something hard in her pocket. She pulled it out. A microSD card. She immediately realized he had slipped it in when he leaned close.